What's going on, everybody? So, smelting. We're at 177, so I have a little bit of experience with it. Basically, smelting is the idea of making ingots and to basically go through the process of how all of it kind of stacks on each other and where the bottlenecks are, right? Where the problem children are in smelting. So, first thing first, you're going to need charcoal for some of the higher tiers. Starting at steel, which is tier 3, iron ore being tier 1, and iron ingots being tier 2, you're going to need charcoal. You just take some wood, any wood, 2 at a time, pop them in there, and you're good to go. You make charcoal. Iron ore, it takes 4 of them. And you can pin the recipe, you know, on there. So let's say we need to remember the star metal. Crap. Star metal. Yeah, we can pin it on there. So it shows up over here, I believe. So it shows up right there. So if I abandon this, I had too many dailies, or too many repeatables. Okay, now, should in, and now I have it on my right hand side, so I don't have to remember what I need for each one, it's just there. So what you can do is you can say, I need to make sure that I have my ingots, I have my steel, I have my star metal, I have my... Oh, does it only lets me pin one at a time. So you can do it in tiers, I guess. That's unfortunate, but like I would pin this one. Maybe. Oh my goodness, game. Work with me here. You should be able to pin that one. And keep it on your menu. That way whenever you're out farming, you can kind of do the math in your head about how many you need for each one. We're gonna go ahead and go through this. 4 ore for an ingots. Tier 3, 3 ingots plus charcoal and flux, which is the refining ingredient. You get these out of chests all over. You know those like those town board quests or those PvP mission quests or faction quests that have you to go to towns and like pick up the chests. Those are where the flux come out of. And you just take your ingots and you turn them into steel. And then you can make steel tools or steel whatever. There's also but you need steel to make star metal. The star metal ingots require the steel, the flux, and the charcoal. Not only do you have to work your way through all of the steel and then get to tier 4 for star metal, but then you still need steel to make the star metal. And this is kind of one of those choke points I was talking about, where it comes to the fact that there's so many star metal tools and they're so prevalent, or nodes, and they're so prevalent that you really run into issues where you don't have enough steel to process the star metal ore you have. So the star metal bars become very difficult because you don't have enough steel. So iron is never not going to be important for you. It only gets more and more important, and you only need more and more and more of it as you go throughout the levels. And then there's the final tier, which is calcum ore and bars. These are your tier 5s, and so you need star metal ingots to manufacture for the orichalcum ore. So that's that's a big deal. You know what I mean? And they also require flux. And now sometimes you will run out of the flux, and you're like, man, I don't know how to get more flux. I'm a smelter, but I've got all this.
My blade, my life. Choose your next contribution.
I've got all these stupid you know, like cross weave, or I've got all these stupid tanner things that I need, or that I don't need, because I only do the smelting. So you can go to your faction vendor, you can buy, where they at? They're there. Converters. We'll buy a converter. Now we've got our converter. How do we use it? We go right back to the smelter, just like we would normally. And we say, alright, we're going to go down here to Shell Dusk Flux. And that will allow us to take one of the other ones. So we'll do Solvent. And this is a tier 4 because we bought an advanced converter, not a normal converter. You can buy a normal converter, and you can buy an advanced converter, and you can buy a tier 5 masterwork material converter, right? Doesn't really matter. You just put one of the equivalent converters in, you put in 20, you get out 15. Fair enough? We're gonna go ahead and do that. And now I have 15 Shell Dust Flux. Now, I can use the Shell Dust Flux for whatever I need. Now, if you use better flux, I believe it increases your yield. I've tested it out, and it seems like that's what's going on. But I haven't for sure 100% found that out. But that's basically smelting in a nutshell. You can also do the silver, which silver ore just turns into bars. Gold needs silver and flux, and platinum needs gold and the flux, and it needs gold ingots, not gold ore. You've got to go silver, feed the silver ingots into the gold bars, and from the gold ingot, so the gold ore needs the silver ingots to turn into gold bars, and then the gold bars needs the platinum ore to turn into gold ingots, so that it can be, you know, platinum bars. And yeah, I mean, that's about it so far as the jewelry side goes. You can also downgrade these things, but it costs solvents to do, and it's very, I mean, you only get 2 steel bars for 2 star metal ingots. That's terrible. That is terrible. So I would avoid this like the plague. I do not recommend anybody ever downgrades any of their bars. Just go out and farm some, man. Just go out and farm some. But yeah, that's smelting. So, you know, have any questions or any comments? Let me know. I'm bored.